Hi, folks. Welcome to the 56th presentation hosted by AlmonTravel, CARP, and today Club Med Resorts. A bit about us, AlmonTravel, the official agency for CARP Nova Scotia. We've been in business for 19 years, a little over 19 years, and we have some particular specialties. Coach tours, from local tours like a tour of Newfoundland and Labrador to coach tours around the world. We've relationship with a variety of touring companies to find the best options for you. Destination weddings. We've done 130 destination weddings from across Canada in the Caribbean area. Where this becomes notable is for this age demographic is for anniversaries, retirements, special occasions. If you have a special anniversary coming up, want to invite your family and friends, we have lots of experience booking groups. Caribbean area vacations, adult only or family vacations. Because of our experience in the Caribbean area, we try to visit the area as regular as we can, and we always build in resort visitations, particularly for destination weddings, but of course that falls over into regular vacations as well. Then we have a pretty good idea of what we can recommend to you as a suitable adult only or a family vacation resort. Extended family Florida trips. We focus on theme park vacations like Universal Studios, Disney, SeaWorld, and Busch Gardens. And we've been to all of these major theme parks several times. These parks are so large, folks, that it takes days sometimes to get through them, and organization is needed to get the best value from them. Ocean cruises, the most popular itineraries: Hawaii, the Mediterranean, the 3 Caribbean itineraries, the UK, New Zealand, and Australia, and also on most people's bucket list, a cruise in Alaska. And folks, all this word about global warming is telling us that the glaciers are not going to be around for a whole lot longer. So trip to Alaska might be pushed higher on your bucket list. River cruises. We've done 10 different itineraries around the world, including 3 in Asia. Vietnam, 2 itineraries, the Mekong with Cambodia, that's the temples of Angkor Wat, as well as the Red River in the north. And of course, the Halong Bay area, which is a bucket list trip in itself. We've done cruise tours on the Yangtze in China, the Nile in Egypt, as well as the Rhine, the Danube, and the Rhone in southern France. The Po River in Italy, Portugal's Douro River in Europe, which is based essentially out of Venice, and a wonderful way to see Venice, folks, and the Mississippi on an old-fashioned paddle wheeler in the United States. Travel conditions. Society, by and large, seems to be treating COVID as a fact of life. Here in Nova Scotia, while numbers are still being publicized, they're only done once a week and soon to be once a month. Hospital numbers are stabilizing, which is, I guess, a key factor, but deaths are still with us, and although numbers are remaining stable. Society at large, even around the world, is relaxing. In fact, doing away with rules regarding COVID, though many people are still wearing masks in public places. However, I've noted in an informal poll that more people are planning travel and actually traveling. In fact, I've been fortunate enough to sell 8 river and ocean cruises lately, showing that people are getting tired of postponing travel plans any longer. This is made easier by Canada's relaxation of rules to depart and return to our country. However, one must note that various countries around the world have their own opening plans. And though these may change even weekly, it is incumbent upon the traveler with agent assistance to be fully aware of any restrictions. Where this is particularly important is if the traveler becomes sick with COVID shortly before traveling. In most cases, a doctor's certificate of recovery may be needed to enter a country. And COVID still has concerns attached. If you become sick enough while away, you may need to extend your stay at destination. So a quarantine insurance package that pays towards the cost of quarantine and meals is still of good value. Contact me for more information. We still have the continued concern of the Russia-Ukraine conflict dragging out. However, this has generated some early hesitancy in booking for Europe, although this hesitancy seems to be settling down now, especially in Central and Southern Europe. AlmonTravel is the official travel agency for CARP Nova Scotia. We are connected to it by one of the executive members, Bill Van Gorder, who is the COO and Chief Policy Officer for CARP National. as well as the founding chair for CARP Nova Scotia, in addition to being the senior spokesperson for CARP in the Maritimes. We got to know Bill through a charitable organization he had formed with another gentleman called 100 Men Who Give a Damn. And in the 3.5 years of operation, we raised almost $400,000 in charitable donations for local charities in the Halifax, Dartmouth area. All of the money, there was no overhead, went to the charities. And I'm proud to say that I was a member of that board. While on the board, I got a chance to meet Bill and also arranged a couple of trips for him, a river cruise in Europe and a Rocky Mountaineer train ride, together with a VR train ride across Canada back home. As a result of the service that I gave him, Bill asked us if we would be interested in becoming the official travel agency for CARP Nova Scotia. And of course, we did. I'd like to now introduce Samantha Gillingham, Business Development Manager for English-speaking Canada for Club Med, who will be telling us about what this very much heard about, but perhaps not well understood resort chain offers Canadians. Sam, please take over.
Thank you so much, Danny. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me on today. And I'm very excited to showcase Club Med and our resorts across the world. So we're going to start off real quickly here with a bit of a video to get you in that mood and to really see and experience what Club Med is all about. So let's go with that. Okay, so I absolutely adore that video, and it really shows you what Club Med is all about. The number one thing I'm going to say to you right now is that Club Med Resorts have a resort for everyone. We are all about multi-generational families, sports lovers. We're about history buffs. We're about people who want to go and have a sun vacation or a ski vacation. We have something for everyone, even cruisers, and we'll get into that a little bit more. I'd like to start off real quickly with a famous quote that our founder, Gerard Blitz, said in 1950 when Club Med first came to be. The goal of life is to be happy. The time to be happy is now, and the place to be happy is here. And after 72 years in business, we live by this quote every single day. Club Med is the pioneer. We are the inventor of the all-inclusive concept. This is what we do. This is what we know. And we will take you on an all-inclusive journey across the globe. Right now in our portfolio, we have over 70 properties located in more than 26 different countries around the world. And again, each one is fully all-inclusive. Our product range, we do include a handful of 3 Trident resorts. We're doing away with those, and majority will be 4 Trident. When we say Trident, we mean star rating. Over the last few years, though, we have actually increased our luxury portfolio with our Club Med Exclusive Collection portfolio, which features exclusive collection resorts, exclusive collection spaces within 4 Trident resorts, 2, 3, and 4 bedroom villas and chalets, as well as Club Med 2, our 5-masted tall ship, which we will look into a little bit more. We have perfected the art of the all-inclusive, above and beyond all your included meals, drinks, and accommodation. We offer quality entertainment from morning until night. We have over 60 different sports and activities. We have group lessons and ski lift passes, amazing kids clubs, and if you book a package with us, inclusive of air, we'll include your transfers as well. Above all, though, what really makes us unique and different is our hospitality and what we like to call the Club Med spirit. That's between our GOs, or what we call our great organizers, our staff, and our GMs, our great members, and that's you, our guests. Of course, you can always enhance your experience at Club Med as well. We do have our own excursions that you can take part in, as well as spa facilities, and we partner with big spa names like Sothy's and L'Occitane. We have room service and upscale products in those rooms, baby and petite Club Med. So this is for the kiddos that are from 3 months old until 3 years old. And then also the individual sporting classes that you can take part in. Our portfolio is really divided into two different segments, sun and ski. We have adapted our sports and activities to the destinations that we have resorts in, as well as the seasons. For example, with our sun vacations, you'll be able to practice tennis and pickleball. You can go sea kayaking, snorkeling, sailing. We have archery, and of course, our famous flying trapeze, and we are known for our circus schools. So once again, I'm going to make mention of here of multi-generational family travel. We see a lot of this within our resorts, and we have something for everyone. In the winter months with our ski and snowboard vacations, you'll really be able to enjoy all those winter activities, including, again, the downhill skiing, we have snowboarding, ice skating rinks, as well as so much more. We include group lessons for skiing and snowboarding, and you'll have qualified instructors that are trained on the mountain that they're on. You'll also find throughout our resorts wellness programs, and these include things like yoga, meditation, fitness classes, just to name a few. A little bit more about the Kids Club, so it's an amazing time for them as well. Many of our resorts offer Kids Club with activities planned by age group. What's included in the all-inclusive offer is our mini Club Med from ages 4 to 10 and Pass World from ages 11 to 17. For the little ones, we have Baby Club Med from 4 to 23 months old and Petite Club Med from 2 to 3 years old. Those two programs are always optional, but if that's something that you want to go ahead and book, please do so and we can get that done for you. If you are traveling as a group, we also do offer a groups program. We welcome any sort of group getaways from family reunions to different sporting groups. We are very big on tennis, golf, and ski groups. We do weddings, so if you do want to get married at Club Med, we customize every single one of our weddings, and then any corporate groups. Some of the resorts to highlight here. We're not going to go through every single one of them, but I do want to point out a few in our North American region. We have the brand new 5 Trident exclusive collection, Miches Playa Esmeralda in the Dominican Republic. A couple of things to highlight here. This is an eco-chic resort. We are very big into sustainability. We have a solar farm here that will produce energy for the entire property. We have a yoga palapa, freshwater pools, 2 adults only sections, and 2 for families. We even have villas on the beach here that have their own private pools. Punta Cana, Club Med Punta Cana is one of our flagship properties. This is a 4 Trident resort with a 5 Trident exclusive collection space called Tiara. For the adults only getaway, we do have Club Med Turquoise in Turks and Caicos. This is right on Grace Bay and is one of our best sellers from Canada. Recently opened this past December, we have Club Med Quebec Charlevoix, and we'll get into that in some more detail later. Then we have Club Med Cancun in Mexico, another 4 Trident resort with a 5 Trident exclusive collection section called Jade. A really nice thing about this property, if you are into snorkeling, we include that. We have our own snorkeling shack, and we are actually on the world's 2nd largest coral reef. So that's the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef, and it's literally right outside of our property. So you can kind of see it in the photo here where the waves are breaking. You can go and see up to 50 different types of species that are right off of our beaches. Something a little bit different if you want to experience the Creole culture, we have Club Med Caravel in Guadeloupe, and then also Club Med Martinique that you can go and experience the French Caribbean. For those of you who are avid skiers or snowboarders, we have spaces as well, such as our chalets in the French Alps. Some of those to point out, we have Valmoral chalets in France. We also have a really great property here for families called Grand Massif San Juan Morillon. This is close to the sleepy mountain town of San Juan. We include the gondola to also get you down into the mountainside town so you can explore the entire region. Our French Alps and Italian and Swiss Alps resorts are located in some of the best ski domains. We include your lift tickets and your group lessons, and you also have exclusive lounge areas, concierge service amenities, and dedicated events when you're staying at one of our ski properties. We are also located in what we call the international zone. So that is over the rest of the world. Again, a few to highlight here. Cefalù in Italy. This was actually one of the first Club Med resorts to ever open. If we go back to the 50s, we had a hut concept. This was one of our iconic hut villages. It burnt down a few years ago and we decided to rebuild the entire resort. So this is located in Sicily. Every single room here is a deluxe suite or a villetta that we call them, that's built into the rock side. Grego Lamano in Greece, if you really want to experience Greece, we are in the north of the country. We also have La Palmier in France. This is a great area if you want to experience both a beach vacation and also a wine country vacation. So this is located close to Bordeaux. Opio en Provence, also in France, in the French countryside. Think lavender fields, think wineries, think olive groves. We're actually right on an olive grove here. For anyone looking to do something a bit more exotic, did you know that we have overwater bungalows in the Maldives as well? We have two properties there, but one to highlight is the exclusive collection Finalou Villas. Then for the cruisers, we have Club Med 2. Let's have a quick look at some of our resorts globally. On top of all of our North American resorts, including Cancun and Ixtapa in Mexico, Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic, Turks and Caicos, Columbus Isle in the Bahamas, or even what we have in the French Caribbean, we also have our exclusive collection resorts. These feature 5 Trident or 5-star resorts and spaces, and they offer the most prestigious Club Med experience with the highest quality of service, including exclusive lounge areas, concierge service, upscale amenities, and we also have champagne service at all of these villages. The philosophy behind the exclusive collection, number 1, the location. So we are in some of the most exceptional spots around the world. Number 2, privacy and refined service such as turn down service, room service, and much more. Number 3, exclusive tailored all-inclusive services, including private transfers, premium Wi-Fi, butler service, complimentary early check-in and late checkout, and of course, the exceptional cuisine, and that's number 4. A little bit more about the product lineup itself. So we have the exclusive collection spaces. So think about these as private havens. These feature suites and exclusive services within a 4 Trident resort. We have the full exclusive collection resorts where the entire property is is exclusive collection. We also have the villas and chalets, again, 2, 3, and 4 bedrooms, again, for multi-generational family travel. And of course, Club Med 2 that sails the Mediterranean and the Caribbean. So a little bit more about the Club Med 2. So this is a 5-masted sailing yacht, and it provides a truly unique experience at sea. We do not do the same itinerary over and over again. Every single itinerary is different. We go into smaller ports of call. In the winter months, we are in the Caribbean. In the summer months, we are in the Mediterranean. We also have themed cruises. So if you are a golfer, we have a cruise that's dedicated just to golf and you go to a different course throughout your stay. We also have cruises dedicated to families where you do more family activities and excursions when you're on there. The ship itself is fully all-inclusive. There is no need to purchase anything additional on the ship. Of course, if you want to do spa or excursions, that is extra, but no need to get extra Wi-Fi, no need to buy beverage packages, no need to do any sort of tipping gratuity packages. That's all included for you. The ship itself has 170 superior cabins, 5 deluxe cabins, 10 suites, and 1 captain's suite. There are 8 decks, 2 seawater pools, 2 saunas, and 2 restaurants on board. We have a nautical center as well at the back of the ship, and that offers things like scuba diving, windsurfing, and water skiing. We have guided tours and excursions, and Club Med Spa by Sauthie's right on board. So right now around the globe, we have over 18 different exclusive collection experiences in some of the most sought after destinations. So some of those include the Maldives, the Seychelles, Mauritius, and Brazil, just to name a few. And in the pipeline over the next 5 years, we are expanding this collection quite a bit, with new resorts coming in every single year. The newest ones, Quebec Charlevoix with our exclusive collection space. And then in 2024, we're actually going to be opening up Club Med Utah. That's going to be in Snow Basin. Now, some of them to highlight here, we've gone through a few of them already. One that I would like to highlight is one of our brand new resorts that opened up March last year is Club Med Seychelles. This is a wonderful property if you want to go and explore the island of St. Anne. We have the entire island to ourselves, and Club Med really has a philosophy where we do not like to go into high density areas. We open resorts where we're the first or the only ones there. So Seychelles is a great one to check out. If you are traveling as a couple, if you're traveling as a family, if you just want to go and relax for a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever you want to do, check this one out for sure. Now onwards to our newest property. So welcome to Canada's first and only all-inclusive resort, Club Med Quebec Charlevoix. So this brand new resort opened up on December 3rd, 2021, and we are so excited to have it as part of our lineup. After much anticipation, we have brought back the mountain experience to North America after 15 years. So I'll give you a little bit of history here. About 15 years ago, we had a Club Med in Colorado. It was in Copper Mountain. When that closed, we had a lot of feedback that we need another mountain resort back in Canada. Charlevoix is offering a waterfront mountain experience. We overlook the St. Lawrence River. The resort is in the Laurentian Mountains, right on Le Massif. We will be open all year round, so you can experience the resort in the spring, summer, fall, or winter. We are open for all 4 seasons. We offer many levels of accommodation on site, including family rooms that offer 2 bedrooms, 1 for the adults and 1 for the kids, as well as upgraded luxury accommodation in our exclusive collection section, where every single one of those suites has a view of the river. So for anyone who's looking for that luxury private experience, we have the exclusive collection space called the Saint Laurent. Here you're going to be welcomed into the private lounge with cozy fireplace, which you see right here, and you'll have a wraparound terrace that overlooks the mountain and the river. The wraparound terrace, we will have 2 jacuzzis out there. You can enjoy champagne in the evenings, and this is your separate area away from the entire property. You can only use this section if you've booked into the exclusive collection. The dining experience itself is something that we take major pride in. At Charlevoix, we offer not only the Canadian specialties, we also have international cuisine, and of course, some of those Club Med favorites. On site, you'll find our main restaurant called Le Marché, which is buffet style, but I really cannot call it a buffet. It is a gourmet marketplace where you're going to be served at each station. So we have a chef at every single station, and they will actually make your food and plate your food. We have 5 dining rooms here. Each one of those are themed around Quebec agriculture. So think fishing, think hunting. We have bird watching, and one of those rooms will actually be specific to being adults only. We have also incorporated many local products into our menu offering. So think about it as a farm to table style. Our specialty restaurant is called Le Chalet. This offers a cozy and chic atmosphere. It features a restaurant with table service, a lounge bar, a wine cellar if you want to go and upgrade any of your wines and spirits, as well as a gourmet market where you can go and purchase any of the local ingredients. So morel mushrooms, different jams, different pâtés, maple products, that's all going to be there for you. Throughout the day, this Gourmet Lounge will also serve lunch. This area is one of the best to see the views of the St. Lawrence. And the resort itself, no matter where you are on property, you're going to have magnificent views. Now, something that we are very much known for is the spectacular skiing in the Le Massif area. So Charlevoix is going to offer a stunning and unique waterfront view of the St. Lawrence while you're skiing. So you can see there in this photo that that's the sensory experience that you're going to have. This mountain is actually the largest vertical drop east of the Rockies at 770 meters. We offer 53 different runs for all ski and snowboard levels and expect a large annual snowfall every single year. Ski and snowboard rentals will be available through our Ski Pro Shop. You can also bring your own equipment. We also include the group lessons. If you want private lessons, that is also an option. And all of our lessons are run by the Le Massif staff, who are the instructors and the ski guides on the mountain. So some of the information about the included group lessons, we have 6 different levels, and those are from very, very beginner to expert level if you want to go and just have a guided ski. We start at 4 years old for kids group lessons, and then 12 years old for the adult group lessons. They are available every single day, and we have 1 ski guide for 12 people. Some non-ski activities that you can go ahead and take part in. We have a skating rink on site, snowshoeing excursions, hammam spa, fitness classes, and of course the famous circus school as well. If you want to enhance your experience and maybe do some excursions outside of the property, in the winter months, you can do things like dog sledding with Nordic dogs. You can also go ahead and do some snowmobile excursions. And one excursion that we are very excited about is the 7.5 kilometer long luge run that's actually located right next to the resort. So this one, book it in advance because it does fill. Now in the summer months, we're going to swap out the skiing and snowboarding, and we're going to include mountain biking, gondola rides, trail running, themed hikes, as well as the wellness program, so yoga and meditation. Our mountain biking school, so each outing is ranked by difficulty level, beginner, intermediate, or experts. It's accessible to everybody. We also include the lift tickets to get you to the top of the mountain with the Le Massif gondola. We also have things like all the protective equipment, so think helmets, knee pads, elbow pads. Mountain biking is available 6 days a week, and it is available for ages 8 and up. For the hiking school, these will also have guides. So again, each outing is ranked by difficulty level from beginner to expert. We ask that you sign up the day before, and we also have themed hikes. So flora and fauna, culture, wellness, outdoors, and for the kids, there's things like seeing what sort of animals are going to be in the area. Again, to enhance the experience with some summer excursions, one that I love dearly is the Charlevoix Scenic Train that will take you right from the base of the mountain where the resort is located and take you all the way to the small town of Bay St. Paul. So Bay St. Paul is actually Canada's artist town. It has the largest concentration of art galleries in all of Canada, and it also is the birthplace of Cirque du Soleil. In the summer months, you can also go whale watching. There are different whale watch excursions you can do, about 2 hours or so away from the village itself. If you're a golfer, there are golf packages. This example here is just golfing in Bay St. Paul, so that's about a half an hour away. There is also golfing in the town of La Malbaie, which is about just under an hour away from the property. The wellness offer that we have designed for you to de-stress and disconnect, we have the largest indoor pool out of all of our mountain resorts, offering panoramic views of the river. We have a family area with splash pad, outdoor jacuzzis, and included eucalyptus hammam. You'll also find Club Med Spa by French brand Sothies that offers an array of different treatments that you can do, and the yoga and meditation program. Here's some of the programs that we offer with yoga. So anything from vinyasa to hatha yoga, power yoga, and after ski yoga. All the different lessons will be available right on the Club Med app. So to round this off, Charlevoix region in Quebec is really for the outdoor lovers. The landscape is ever changing from spring, summer, fall, and winter. It's the ideal playground for sports lovers with the included skiing, snowboarding, mountain biking, and again, those excursions that you can do from kayaking to seasonal whale watching and dog sledding. For anyone looking for that cultural experience, visit Quebec City, which is only about 90 minutes away, or you can explore one of the villages, as mentioned before, like Bay St. Paul. The scenic train, you must take it. The whole train actually runs from Montmorency Falls all the way to Lamel Bay, or you can do the short stint from Lemesty to to Bay St. Paul. We highly, highly recommend you taking that excursion. It gives you a really nice view of the entire region. And not to forget, another must-try experience is to try all the local delicacies. So things like cheeses from Quebec, cold cuts, preserves, and there's even a gin that's distilled by a local family right in the area. Try these out. These are some of the best excursions you can take. And honestly, there is so much to discover in the Charlevoix region. Booking with peace of mind, safety has always been and continues to be Club Med's #1 priority. We want you to travel and book with that peace of mind. We operate with what we call low density resorts, meaning that we have vast acreage compared to room volume. So this allows for you to be spaced out on the beach or in any of our indoor-outdoor areas. We also offer low-rise buildings versus high-rise buildings, with the exception of our mountain resorts. So think about, I'll give you an example. If you go to Cancun, you have a lot of high-rise, high-density villages, where our property in Cancun is almost 50 acres, and we're right at the base of the strip in Cancun. The whole concept here really is to have more room to roam and reconnect at our resorts. Each village is also operating with our Safe Together health and hygiene measures. So these include all the points that you see here. Every single one of these has also been approved by our scientific committee. We also continue to go through vigorous audits with a group called Crystal Group, obtaining our PosiCheck health certification. If any sort of PCR antigen testing is required, we do have them available on site or nearby within 10 to 15 minutes. We're not stopping there. Every single guest who's traveling to Club Med until the end of 2023 is going to receive complimentary our emergency assistance plan. So this is included with your stay. The plan here will offer any medical assistance related to COVID-19, including repatriation, medical and hospital expenses, any missed flight assistance for your air if it's booked with Club Med, and also any extension of your stay. So if you have to quarantine for any reason, we will cover that for you. Now, from the next few years, so we have a big growth plan over the next 5 years with 17 new projects happening, but I wanted to highlight a few of them for you. So this past winter, of course, we opened up Quebec Charlevoix. We opened up, we renovated Paisley-Valandry in France, as well as Marrakech in Morocco. This summer, we've opened a brand new village in Spain. So we've opened up Club Med Magna Marbella, which opened up this past May. This property here, it's in the Andalusian region. It's a great spot for you to jump off and go and see any of the areas like Cordoba, for example. We have the summer program at Quebec Charlevoix. We've renovated Grego Lamano in Greece, adding beachfront bungalows. And then this coming winter, we are opening up 2 new properties in the French Alps. The first one is the brand new Ting, and then Val d'Isère, part of our exclusive collection. Cruisers out there, we are fully renovating the Club Med 2 ship, and we are also going to extend our property in the Italian Alps, Progelato, adding a whole new section of rooms. Then in 2024, we are opening up Club Med Utah. That's opening December 2024. This will be part of our exclusive collection. The village here is going to be in the snow basin in the Mount Ogden area. And this village actually has a certified dark skies rating where you can see some of the best constellations, and it's for the astronomy lovers. Some of the current offers that we have out right now, the first one is our early booking offer. So please contact Danny. He could give you all the information on this. But if you are thinking about 2023 travel from February until June, this is where you want to connect with him and get that booked in. This is both for sun and ski. Then for anybody looking for any getaways this summer or into fall, we have 3 different offers out there for you right now. And that's called our sun and ski getaway sale, as well as our summer sale happening right now for Quebec Charlevoix. And that's it for me. Thank you, Danny. I really appreciate you having me here today. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much, Sam. This has been wonderful. It's an exploration of an incredible resort chain that's perhaps not so well known as others among the Canadian public. I mean, I've been in the business for 19 years, and Club Med is well known to me, but it's not been a go-to, to my shame. But certainly after your presentation, it shows a lot of what can be expected at these resorts all over the world. I do have a couple of comments and questions on the presentation, so I'll just take a moment to go over.
Of course.
72 years in business, I mean, that is amazing. And one of the things I get requests from new companies all over the world to consider booking them for my clients. And of course, the concern is, well, if you haven't been around for very long, I wonder if you'll still be around when my clients are traveling. Well, 72 years in business, you folks certainly will be around. And inventing the all-inclusive, there's another very well-known chain out there who's taking a lot of credit for sort of redoing the notion of all-inclusive. But this is really quite interesting to know that all of your resorts are all-inclusive, and that you folks started the concept. 70 properties in 26 countries. Again, the limitations I have, I know there are hotels all over the world, and I have helped clients to get that, but the idea that there are 70 properties in 26 different countries offering all-inclusive is quite amazing. Absolutely.
And there's 17 new ones coming in the next 5 years.
Wow, that is
with many other projects that people or in tourist boards have approached us about. So I would keep a close eye, because we're going to have a rapid growth plan over the next 5 years.
That's wonderful. 60 different activities. That was a comment you made in the early part of the presentation, and that I suppose it depends upon the area that you're in, and what the focus is on. One of the things that it's sort of a niche activity, but scuba diving, and I noticed that off the ship, the Club Med too, scuba diving is part of the activities. Is that included, or is there an additional charge for that?
Usually with the scuba diving, it is an additional charge. The big properties to look out for scuba diving, so the Club Med 2, depending on where it is in the world.
Yeah.
And if there's scuba dive sites where the itinerary is taking them.
Mhm.
Turquoise and Turks and Caicos, Columbus Isle and the Bahamas. Then of course the Maldives, Mauritius, Seychelles. There's quite a few that will have scuba diving available. And we partner with big companies in those areas that will, we include the actual lesson of how to use the tanks, what you need to do, but then the actual dive itself, that is an additional cost. And there are packages that you can pre-book for those scuba packages.
Do you have to be PADI certified, or can you be certified
Both.
through your program? Really?
We'll certify you, yes.
Oh, wow, super. Very good. Also, I had made a note on the kids programs, and was quite interested to see that there was a slide following that going into a lot of detail on it, which was great. Is that an extra cost, or is that?
No, so there's 2 things here. So the baby club, so from 4 months old to 3 years old, that one is an extra cost because it is a one-on-one service.
Oh, okay.
From 4 years old to 17 years old, that is 100% included.
Okay. And so that's the sort of thing where parents could decide to drop them off for a portion of the day, or maybe even the entire day, and just go out and enjoy adults only experiences. That's
you
wonderful.
got it.
Yeah.
And every single one of our GOs there are great organizers who are part of the kids club or baby club. They are all certified with some sort of child care certification. They are there to just do that.
Okay. And medical
Yes,
experience and all that sort of thing. That is
you got it.
incredible, wonderful. Not too many options for all-inclusive in Turks and Caicos. I wasn't even aware of the fact that turquoise was an option there, so certainly good to know. And also in Martinique, as I recall, you
Yes,
mentioned, yeah,
Martinique and Guadeloupe. So that's something different if anybody wants to experience something in the French Caribbean, get that Creole culture. It's a totally different experience when you're going to the French Caribbean.
okay, that's good to know. Thank you. When I think of resorts, I automatically think of Caribbean and Western Mexico area, and you know, it's really quite neat to see that this concept and quality is available around the world.
Yeah, it's what really makes us unique. And
Yeah,
the
yeah,
nice thing as well is that you're not limited to staying 7 nights, 14 nights. Like we don't handcuff you into a minimum stay. So
okay.
let's say that you're traveling in Europe and you want to go and see a few different places. You
Mhm.
absolutely can spend a couple nights in one of our locations, move on to the next one, or like build your own itinerary. Get really creative and customize your Club Med experience depending on where in the world you are.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you could be on a trip for a total of 10 days, 7 days somewhere, and then add 3 days, for instance,
Totally.
at a club.
Yep.
Wow, that's
Or the other thing that you could do too is if anyone is cruising in Europe, you could do a pre or post stay at
ah,
one of our villages. So that's something to also consider.
yeah,
The
okay,
best thing about us is that you can get creative, you can
yeah.
customize.
Well, I know for me with cruises, whether it's ocean or river cruises, I'm always suggesting and recommending to clients that they can consider a pre or post stay, particularly a pre, especially with flight connections and so on being a bit of a problem right now. But also the opportunity if you're flying any distance, the tiredness factor is nice to
Mhm,
add a couple of days at the beginning. So
for
this would be
sure.
a good option to look into. Now, I noticed also you would mention on the cruise you had like a family theme. Now, one of the things, certainly for a sailing cruise as opposed to a motor cruise, which most cruise ships are, what sorts of things do they focus on or can they focus on that would entertain a family?
Well, again, depending on the itinerary of
Yeah.
what it does, depending on where in the world they are, there could be excursions that are built around a family concept. We
Mhm.
also have a really nice program called the Amazing Family Program. So
Oh,
they will do different curated activities on the ship. So they could do a treasure hunt, or they could do a pirate themed day, or they could do something that the kids are really getting involved in, but also getting the parents involved in. So the scavenger hunts are some of my favorites that they do, and they take them around the entire resort or the entire ship. Or if you're in a certain port of call, you might have a card that you may have to go around and find certain things when you're there. We really want families and kids to get involved in where they're at. We don't want them to just sit in their stateroom or play on a video game console, or we don't want that. We want them to experience where they are,
yeah.
learn about the country, learn about the history, try the food. Gosh, if they're in Rome, they could go and dress up as a gladiator and go into the Colosseum and do an excursion like that. So there's tons of different things that you can do, but again, it's dependent on the itinerary and where the ship is at that time.
Okay. So that's something that I, as a travel agent, would be able to speak with your folks, and
You got it.
they would be able to make recommendations for something then.
Yes, you
Okay,
got it.
wonderful. Well, thanks, Sam. To finish up, viewers, please visit my website, www.almontravel.ca, which has been recently completely revamped for a list of recordings about travel experiences. There you'll find 50 plus recordings of travel shows done in the past, plus some new presentations that are being added to from time to time. So again, thank you very much, Sam, for this wonderful presentation today. I know I learned a lot, and I'm sure viewers will take a lot away from it as well. Thank you.
You are so welcome, and we hope to see you at Club Med soon.
Okay.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah. Can you hang on for a bit?
Yeah.
Okay, we can stop recording.